Hi everyone, this is part 2 of Dr. Haygood's Introduction to Education Majors. We're actually going to be discussing today two aspects. One of the aspects are going to be your job application worksheet, which you've been assigned and it's been uploaded to your Blackboard. This is a very useful tool. It's not specifically geared towards education majors, but you'll see the reason why it is an important tool that will help you build your resume and also give you valuable information at times when you really need it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Okay, and what you see in front of you is the same document that has been uploaded to your Blackboard. It's a job application worksheet. Why is this important? Many times when you go to a job interview, you've already filled out the online application online. You've already documented everything on your resume, so you feel confident enough that you just need to focus on your interview questions and your interview component of your interview. But unfortunately, most of the time when you reach these locations, they have an extra additional piece of paperwork that they just want you to fill out, and it usually has to do with background experience. It's like a small minor application worksheet, and you're stumped because you don't have your employer's email. You don't have that information in front of you. You don't have your driver's license printout sheet. These are things that you don't think about. And what this is, a job application worksheet is, it's a tool to prepare you for those steps, to be prepared so that you can fast track your ability to get that employment situation because you are organized. So if you go through and we walk through the steps, of course it has your name, your address, your phone number, your current address. Now again, you could be someone who just moved and you might not know your address 100%. That could stall you as well. Knowing your previous addresses. Many times, they ask how long you've been at this location for how long, and you're stumped because, you have to sit down and you have to actually figure it out. If you already have it done ahead of time, it makes it so much easier. Your education, of course, you need that listed, but a lot of the times we forget what our GPA is and when we attended and when we left. References are the same. Knowing someone's phone number, how long you've known them, the relationship, all questions that are very viable. Experience, things like your supervisor's email, what your salary was in the beginning and what it was in the end, and situations like salary. Know your salary. Know what you think you're worth and what you're willing to negotiate with ahead of time. Practice that with mock interviewing and how you'll handle that awkward situation. When can you start? Do you really want to work part-time? Do you want to work full-time? Your driving record. Many times, many federal and state agencies and organizations ask for your driving record. Having a copy ahead of time can fast-track you, even if it's just a personal copy, because most of the time they'll take that, and then you can get an official copy later, but it does fast-track your application. Again, especially when you're applying for federal jobs, knowing your citizenship, your dates, your eligibility requirement, driver's license number, state expiration, Social Security, all that. Having all this on this form also preps you for your resume building, because from this form, you can then pull the data and you can take it and you can bring it into your resume. And you'll see how much easier it is to build your resume having this data in front of you. I can't encourage you enough to utilize this. Make a copy, keep it in your car, keep it on your person when you're during that job hunting season, because it's a very useful tool. And I encourage all of you to fill it out as accurate as possible, because then we're then going to use this to build your resume with your one-on-one with your career counselor. So let me go ahead and bring ONET onto the scene. It doesn't want to come onto the scene. Why is that? There we go. All right, ONET. ONET is one of the assessment tools that we utilize in the Career Center. Part of the reason why we use it is because we know that we have a lot of online students. And because of that, we have to be able to have the ability to assist students in multiple states and figure out how we can help them in that area. Some of our students come to us and they want to further their education. We can also help them find schools. We can connect them to financial aid. We can connect them to admissions. This online tool allows us to do that. We usually do the personality assessment first, then the interest inventory, then we get an idea of what the student wants, and then we follow through. In your case, you're education majors. You already know what you want. And so because of that, we can also give you options, though, with Outlook. We can give you specializations within education that you might be interested in. And we use the Occupational Outlook Handbook for that as another assessment. And if you're interested in that, we can totally do that on the side and assist you with that. And our counselors would be more than happy to do that. But just to give you an example of how ONET Online works, I've typed in middle school teacher, for example, and we're going to do an occupational search. It instantly tells us that this specific career, according to all the data collected, has a very bright outlook, which means there's also other fields that are going to pop up as well as special education teachers, education guidance schools. If you see anything with a green leaf, it means a green job that's up and coming. Well, let's go ahead and click on middle school teachers, for example, for special career. And it gives you an outline of not only the tasks that you will do as that teacher, the tools that you'll need, the knowledge. It gives you outlines of skills that you'll need to acquire that, abilities, various work activities, work content, broken down in percentages like 82% contact with others, 77% every day. And this is where it gets interesting. If you want to further your education, for example, and you're interested in getting your master's or you're interested in going further, we can then link you and find the training that you need, and it gives you the different options. So let's just click on that for Georgia, for example. And instantly, we're located, it pulls the information from around us from Georgia and Albany State, for example. It just shows that it's a 4-year. You can consistently scroll down, but this is just an example. It connects us directly with financial aid and admissions. And we already know it's a 4-year program. It's a bachelor's degree. We can move you through. Of course, you're already working on your degree here. You might want to go further. You can choose distance, different states. But we won't go into detail in this today, but it gives you an option of some of the things that we can help you with. If you also click on licenses for the state of Georgia, it teaches you your licensing agencies for that specific degree. So you know your licensing agency is the Georgia Professional Standards Commission. And then you can research that and you can follow through. If you're a counselor, it'll come up differently. It'll come up specifically for what you need. Again, a very valuable tool. Certifications are the same thing. Now, it also talks about various interests, social, artistic, different work styles, work values. It also gives you an option for related occupations. Educational guidance school counselor, elementary school teachers, also a bright outlook. But here are the wages. The median wage is $53,000 annually for the state across the board. Employment in the state since 2012, from the statistics from the last statistics were gathered in 2012, are 614,000 employees. And the projected job openings, as you can see. State trends, let's click on employment trends. There's a percentage change of 12% in the United States. In Georgia, there's going to be a 33% rise in jobs for middle school teachers. And that's projected from 2012 to 2022. That's a huge rise. It's way above the state average and projected amount of employees. So again, excellent statistics, a really good overview of, hey, this is a good career choice for me. And you can break it down in those different aspects. Let's talk about local salary, for example. Let's say that salary that you originally saw, you're like, I don't think they make that in this area. You're probably right. Every area is different. right here we see the highest range in the state of Georgia is 82,000 all the way down to 38,000. Let's type in Thomasville 31792, an area code here in town. And these are the statistics that have been gathered here. So again, the high range is 82, 53 is medium, and 37 is average, or the lower end of the rung. Again, great information. And this is going to help us with the job searching tools with you. So then we go to the job opening searches. We also have the Winway Resume Deluxe that pulls different jobs every day from the internet, and we can sit down with you and pull. But we also have other specific educational sites that we're working on to assist you as well. We have the Find Job option. We go to the state of Georgia, and instantly we are going to be linked to various jobs that have been posted and the dates that they've been posted. Instructor position, math instructor, mathematics associate position. Again, great tools. Not everything is on here. However, we have access to other job sites that we can assist you with as well. And we try to collaborate different websites, and we've worked really hard to try to give options to the education majors to find jobs in the areas that they're interested in. So this is a basic overview. It's brought to you by the Bureau of Labor Statistics from the U.S. Department of Labor, and it works in combination with the Occupational Handbook as well. So I'm looking forward to each of you working with the interns. I know they're excited about it. What will end up happening is you'll be linked the first day of class to an intern, and that intern will carry you throughout the entire semester, and they will work with you one-on-one to make sure that you have all the career tools that you'll need to successfully land your first position. And we're excited about the collaboration, and thank you so much for working with us, and I'll see you all later.